The Chronicles of Allimir, the Dowry of Fuerrta. Chapter 2. The Aberration. Glancing off the side of his face, the jagged rock cut deeply into his cheek. Allimir looked round lazily as if unaffected by the attack. Tekar stood laughing. "Got him again, Nefor. Your turn." Nefor drew his arm back, rock in hand, poised to strike. Before he could, a calm, commanding voice whispered in his ear. "Throw that, and I'll cut your throat where you stand, and leave your body to be consumed by skeevers." Nefor felt a blade against his neck. "You need to be more aware of your surroundings," the voice whispered again. Nefor dropped the rock and spun round. "Fuerrta! Have you two nothing better to do than amuse yourself with Allimir's misery?" "That's his purpose," scoffed Tekar. "Filthy Inalu." Inalu was a name given to one with the mark of the stranger. Inalu were extremely pale of skin, distinguishable by a scar that ran horizontally across the face through the afflicted's mouth. At birth the scar was a gaping wound that was left to heal naturally, making the first months of the newborn's life extremely harrowing. Probably a genetic failing, the Bosmer viewed these children as aberrations, abominations and outcasts. Although the Bosmer did not exile them, they did make their lives a living hell, with jeers, taunts, slavery and regular beatings. Many had died over the years from their treatment, and it was expected that Inalu had a much shorter lifespan than other Bosmer. Ritual was also denied the Inalu. Bosmer are religiously carnivorous, holding plant life above all creatures. Cannibalism is also practiced to honour a defeated enemy or fallen treasured one. Although Inalu were permitted to consume their defeated enemies, they were thought not worthy to do so of their family. Allimir was such. His brothers, now 24 and 25, had mistreated and taken pleasure in making him the object of their torture the whole of his short life. Although still young, Allimir had developed immunity to this treatment, able to withstand tremendous amounts of pain and mental anguish. On his 6th birthday, Allimir's eldest brother, Tekar, had lured him to the highest branches of Falanesti, with the promise of a gift only to push him to what should have been his death. Allimir broke a leg, both arms, and several ribs, but although being left to tend his own wounds, not one tear had escaped him. In his 9th year, Allimir had only gained 1 mark of Krilmor, performed the ritual on himself, branding his mark of acceptance next to the one given by his mother. This was mocked by all but a few in his clan as meaningless, as having not been performed by the clan leader or nominated by another. But to a few, and most importantly Allimir, this was the moment he gave himself worth, regardless of what others thought. Fuerrta, daughter of Trinitel, clan leader of Hallandoon, or Middle Branches, was born 2 years before Allimir. She had been instructed by the masters in all matters of Bosmer, and despite her age was thought to have no equal in stealth, making her a formidable hunter. Unusually tall and slender in stature, her olive skin giving off an almost pearlescent glow, Allimir gazed upon her young beauty. "Are you all right?" Fuerrta questioned, touching the wound on his face. Allimir turned away, embarrassed and shocked, but Fuerrta grabbed his arm. "No, there's no need for you to leave." Allimir turned to face her. "Why did you help me? I've watched those bullies torment you all of your life. Now is the time for them to stop. Everyone has worth, even Inalu." Fuerrta smiled at Allimir and released his arm. "Now go. Don't you have stables to clean?" Allimir walked away, confused and elated. This was not the first, but was one of the few times he'd been treated with kindness. Looking back, he would remember this day as the day his life began.